Now we pick up the action in the second half of the boys' contest between the Bartlesville Bruins and the Washington Hornets. Hornets rated number 1 in 5A basketball in the state. David Hines at point guard. He, Jason Skursinski, Darren Hall, Mike Wise, Rick Page the lineup. Page inside, and he cuts the Washington margin down to 45-34. Bruins trailing by 11. They've trailed by as many as 15 in the first half at 25-10. Washington simply shot lights out basketball in the first 2 periods of play. Bruins opening the second half in a zone. Andre Davis from outside, and he's been like that all evening long, hitting uncanny jump shots from long range. Washington, a big, tall, smooth team. Mike Wise, baseline, won't go down. Ball tipped around, and Washington's Reggie Warren, 6'8", comes out of there with the ball. Melvin Gilliam, number 30. He's practiced basketball 1 day since leading his team to the state football championship. He cans that jump shot. And Washington's back up by 15, 49-34, 7-minute mark in the quarter. Jason Skursinski from the wing. It's in and out and won't go, but a foul is called, and it was on the Bruins' Darren Hall. So Gilliam brings the team for Washington back up the floor. Ball got away from the Hornets, though, and Rick Page comes up with it. Hall ahead to Hines. High lob Wise. Mike is triple-teamed, and he gets into a jump ball situation. So they jump it at the Bruin free throw line. Page knocked away from him. Loose ball on the deck. And the officials say out of bounds to Tulsa, Washington, off the Bruins. So here come the Hornets. Warren inside. Rick Page fouled on that rebound. Bruins bring it down, can't score. And the ball is out of bounds to Washington after a Bruin violation. This is Melvin Gilliam. He's just quarterbacked their football team to the state championship, now running the basketball team. Andre Davis inside, didn't fall. Rebound and a foul. This one's on Rick Page. His third foul sends Ziegler to the free throw line for Washington. He cannot connect on the free throws. Bruins come down, don't score. Now Washington on the attack once again. Bruins have gone back to a zone. Melvin Gilliam from long distance. Krasinski was fouled in getting the rebound. Bruins back up court. This is Darren Hall. And Hall hits one. 4.5 minutes to go. And it's 49-38. Hornets still leading. They've led all the way in this ball game. The tall Hornets can't get this one down. Tim Pugh out with the rebound. Bruins muff the outlet pass, but Washington can't score on their next possession, and the Bruins have the ball back. David Hines at the point guard. This is Darren Hall, junior forward. Out of bounds off Washington. Bruins inbound again. Midway through the third quarter, Washington still with a big lead. They're up by a count of 49-38. Now Jason Skursinski caught with a traveling violation. Melvin Gilliam, number 30. And Corey Webb ready to bring the ball down for Washington. Rick Page ready to come back in the game. He has 3 fouls, was on the bench for a while. Washington's led by as many as 15 in this contest. The Bruins hanging in there, trying to get within striking distance for the fourth quarter. Andre Davis puts one down. Davis makes it 51-38. Hornets by 13. 3:30 mark remaining third quarter. Hines, high lob Wise. Off the glass, Mike Wise nails it. 51-40. 11-point lead for Washington. 3:19 left. Gilliam at the top of the circle. Out of bounds, off Washington. Bruins take control. Pugh inbounds to Hines. Hines picked up by Webb. Page fakes the 6'8 Warren up, but can't get the shot down. It's out of bounds to Washington. Here's Gilliam again. Gives to 12, Corey Webb, 6'1 junior guard. That's Webb in the corner. Hornets work the perimeter of the Bruins zone. Davis shoots over the zone and makes it a 13-point lead again. 53-40. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hines against some midcourt pressure. Hornets tying to trap. Skursinski, 23. Kicked out of bounds by Washington. Jason Skursinski inbounding. Again knocked out by the Hornets. Now Hines. Page again over the top. And Rick Page finds the distance this time. 53-42. Hornets lead 2:13 to go in the third quarter. Corey Webb, Melvin Gilliam. That's Webb with the basketball. Bruins zone did a good job of sagging back on 6'8 Reggie Warren. Hornets had to go to the outside. Webb, good baseline drive, but was fouled. Rick Page picked up his 4th foul, and Corey Webb to the line. Hits the first of 2 to make it 54-42. Corey Webb, junior guard. Nate Harris, the coach of this Washington team that's perennially one of the strong teams in 5A. Second one doesn't go. Wise the rebound. Now Hines. Skursinski pulls up and drops it through. Jason Skursinski with 1:43 left in the third quarter. And it's a 10-point margin. This is as close as the Bruins have been since early in the ball game. 54-44. Washington methodical, and a high post jumper by Davis. Back up to 12 goes Washington. 56-44. Minute and a half left. Third quarter. Hornets trying to trap the Bruins along midcourt. Skursinski. Warren pulls the rebound off. Gilliam. The Webb inside turnaround. Not good by Chris Gaffney. Mike Wise fouled as he gets the rebound. Bruins not yet shooting the 1-and-1. Hines. Now ahead to Skursinski. That's Darren Hall, 24. Now the Hornets into his zone. And the Bruins over the top. Try to high lob it for Wise, but it's stolen away by Gilliam. Gilliam's lead pass to Chris Gaffney. Foul by Darren Hall. Gaffney 1-and-1 hits the first. 57-44. Back up to a 13-point lead. Bruins had it down to 10 a moment ago. 42 seconds to play, third quarter. Chris Gaffney, 6'5" guard forward. He's a swing man. Hits both of his 1-and-1 free throws. Now back up by 14, 58-44. Washington. Now Ian Chambers going to be fouled by Kenneth Combs with 36 seconds to go, and Chambers goes to the free throw line. Chambers with the first end of the 1-and-1 down. Washington substituting. Now the second end of the 1-and-1. 36 seconds to play, third quarter. Chambers connects on both. 58-46. Bruins down by a dozen. Half a minute to go in the third quarter of play. Gaffney tries to penetrate. Dumped it off on the baseline to Warren. And a foul on Tim Pugh. 6'8", Reggie Warren, one of the premier big men in Oklahoma high school basketball this year. This is on the first of his two-shot opportunity. Coach Nate Harris goes to his bench to get some fresh personnel in. They'll be pressing the Bruins hard. They're trying to trap or double-team the man with the ball, especially around the half-court line. Now the second of two for Warren. Finds the mark. 59-46. Hornets back up by 13. 20 seconds to play now. Pugh. Chambers lost control of the basketball. David Stone comes out with it for Washington. Hines picks him up. Bruins retreat back to the zone. Underneath, Washington player steps out of bounds. Ball back to the Bruins. 59-46. Tulsa, Washington leads by 13 points. Closing seconds, third quarter. Bruins trying to get a last shot away. Hall is tripped. Hornets come up with the ball and miss a desperation shot. The Ramada Inn in Bartlesville is a great place for travelers, but it's a helping hand to local residents, too. When you have guests in town, they'll love it when you arrange for them to stay in the Ramada's king-size suite. The Ramada also has a honeymoon suite, a large suite for business or social gatherings, all overlooking the Ramada's indoor pool. The Ramada even has an efficiency apartment. So let your local Ramada Inn help your guests and family to comfort and privacy in one of their beautifully detailed suites. All at your locally owned Ramada Inn, Highway 75 South in Bartlesville. Here's a look at the school calendar brought to you as a courtesy of United Linen and Uniform Rental. Classes will dismiss in the Bartlesville and Dewey area for the Christmas holidays this coming Friday, December 21st. In the meantime, on December the 18th, that's this coming Tuesday night, the Mid-High School in Bartlesville will present the Fine Arts program. That will be at 7:30 at the Mid-High School Auditorium in Bartlesville. And then on December 19th, on Wednesday night, is the Oak Park Christmas Party. The school calendar brought to you by United Linen and Uniform Rental. So the fourth quarter gets underway now with the Bruins behind by 13, 59-46. And Washington has the opportunity to put the Bruins out of the ball game right away. Andre Davis, a rare miss for him on the baseline. Skursinski picks up the ball on the rebound. David Hines. Rick Page misses short. Hornets Davis out with the ball. Here comes Melvin Gilliam. On the fast break, jump ball, tie-up. Bruins get it tied up. Hornets control the tip. Gilliam at midcourt. Gaffney. Now the Washington team takes their time around the Bruins perimeter. And a foul is called on Mike Wise. Sends Ziegler to the line 1-1, but he misses. And Wise out with the rebound. Ian Chambers. David Hines. And Rick Page is fouled. Warren Ziegler picks up his fourth foul. This will send Page to the line 1-1. 7:12 to go. No one scored yet in the quarter. 59-46. Page does not find the mark at the free throw line. Alvin Gilliam calls the offense out. Gilliam has a chance to be an all-state football and an all-state basketball player. Probably be the most recruited athlete in Oklahoma this year. Now Washington decides to take a little air out of the ball and slow the pace down. Early in the quarter. Down by 13 points, the Bruins have to come out of the zone and go after the Hornets. And a violation on Washington. Gives the ball back to the Bartlesville Bruins. Darren Hall in and out. Out of bounds underneath, and it's awarded to the Bruins. Hines almost double-teamed. Ian Chambers can't find the mark either. Tipped out by Davis. Here comes Davis to Ziegler. Knocked away, and Chambers comes out with the ball. Breaks up the fast break. Hall to Hines. Neither team has found the mark yet in the fourth quarter. Turnaround jump shot by Wise, and it won't go. Once again, Washington out with the basketball. Neither team has scored yet in this period. Still 59-46, Tulsa, Washington. Hines steals the ball from Gilliam. Hines drives and has it spiked into the crowd. So the Bruins trying to put some momentum together after Washington has dominated the first three quarters of this game. The ball over to Washington now after a Bruin timeout. 6.5 minutes to go in the contest. But Washington suddenly has gone deliberate. Ordinarily a running, gunning style of play. Violation on Washington. Bruins come out with the ball as Wise inbounds to Hines. Now Mike Wise, baseline right. It won't go down for him. Andre Davis rebounding. Melvin Gilliam takes control of the Washington offense again. Chris Gaffney. Baseline to Andre Davis. Shot will not fall, and Mike Wise climbs the board for the Bruins. Hines. Ahead, and Hall tried to dunk. Skursinski on the follow, gets the ball down, and gets the foul. That's the first point for anybody in the fourth quarter, and 4:53 on the clock. So 3 minutes and 7 seconds had been played, and neither team had scored till Skursinski hit the Bruins' 47th and 48 points. But his free throw try for a three-point play does not go. Melvin Gilliam committed the foul. Warren clears the rebound. This is Ken Combs with the ball now for Washington. Andre Davis and Combs. Bruins putting some pressure on themselves. Now Combs drives the lane, feeds it off, but a foul was called. Bill Woodard committed the foul. Warren Ziegler to the line, and he cannot connect. 4.5 minutes to go. Now Washington back with another steal. They get the layup. No, they travel. And Washington still has not found the mark from the field in the fourth quarter. Bruins will play it in. Trailing by a score of 59-48. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Hall puts one up short. Wise tips it in with 4:10 to go and cuts it to a 9-point Washington lead, 59-50. So now half the fourth quarter is gone, and Washington has not yet scored in this period. And the Bruins sense they're getting some momentum. Turning up some pressure themselves, Andre Davis, who hasn't missed all night, is fouled this time, and the shot does not go down. Skursinski commits the foul. And Davis will be awarded a two-shot opportunity with 3:58 to go. First one on the way is there, and that's the first Washington point of the fourth quarter. They played 4 minutes and 2 seconds before they can find the mark. Washington 60, Bruins 50. Wise the rebound. Woodard. Hines. And Hines gets it. 3:48 to go. 60-52. Now the Bruins are only down by 8. This is Combs. He's spelling Gilliam for the moment. Stolen by Wise. Here's Hines again. And Hines Had the ball slapped against the backboard, the officials did not make a call. Washington coming back, but a palming violation on Andre Davis gives the ball back to the Bruins. And the Bruins fans really getting into this game, becoming literally the sixth man on the Bruin team. Mike Wise, beautiful move to the boards. 3:14 to go. 60-54 on Wise bucket. Bruins are down by only 6. They've trailed by as many as 15 in this game. Combs moved it ahead inside to Warren Ziegler. Was fouled by Wise, and Ziegler to the line. 3:04 left. 1-and-1 opportunity. Makes the first. It's 61-54 now. Washington ahead by 7. Now the bonus for Warren Ziegler. And it's there. As you can tell, this Washington team is very talented. They're also a very confident ball club. Confident in their ability, and they have a great deal of ability to be confident in. 62-54. Washington leading now. 3:04 to play in the game. Hornets up by 8. This is Jason Skurczynski. Jason's a junior, fine outside shooter. Now the Hornets try to turn up some pressure. Shot by Hines. Bullseye from 25 feet out. Hines hits a long one with 2:51 to go. It's 62-56. The Bruins within 6. And Steele on the inbounds play. Woodard misses that shot. And Hornets come out with the rebound. Inside the 3-minute level. Washington leading 62-56. Bruins giving him a free throw line jump shot, and they don't hit it. And the ball is rebounded by the Bartlesville Bruins 34, Bill Woodard. And a foul will send Hines to the line. He's fouled by Andre Davis. 2:22 left. And a foul shot by Hines, good. 1-and-1 opportunity for David Hines, who's already hit a couple of good outside shots. Now he's stepping to the line. He's made it a 5-point game. Now he makes it a 4-point game. 62-58. Bruins have fought their way back from 15 down to be down by 4 with 2:22 left. Washington still trying to spread the Bruin defense. Look for the easy shot, the layup if possible, but the Bruins are playing them close. Coming up on the 2-minute mark now as Washington tries to take some more time off the clock and hold on to that 4-point lead. Bruin defense instructed to come out and pick him up and not stay back in the zone. And Washington just trying to play the ball control kind of game they need to play to protect the slender 4-point lead. There's Andre Davis. Davis with 19 points, game-high scorers. And Hornets throw it away as they try to penetrate the Bruin defense. So Bartlesville gets another break. Here comes Skurczynski. Minute 41 to go in the contest. Hines. Hines is fouled. Slapped from behind by Kenny Combs. And the Bruins will have Hines back at the line. And the shot goes down. 62-59. Now within 3. Now within 2 as Hines puts it through. Minute and a half to go. And Hines has hit 4 consecutive 1-and-1 free throws to chop the margin down to just 2 points. 62-60. But again, Washington trying to play keep away and doing a successful job of it. Foul on Skurczynski, nailing Andre Davis. Minute 16 to go. And the foul shot will not go down. Ball knocked away, and the officials rule jump ball on that. And Washington wins the jump. Washington has not hit a field goal in the fourth quarter. They've survived solely on free throws, and barely at that. Bruins have cut it down to 2 points, 62-60. Washington at one time led 25-10 in this game and looked like they couldn't miss. Davis works the perimeter. They go inside. Ball knocked away, and it is off the leg of Webb, and the Bruins take control. Skurczynski across midcourt. Washington has hit only 3 free throws in the fourth quarter. Only points they've been able to put on the board. Now the Bruins looking for the tying shot. Inside 1 minute, David Hines. Hines being guarded closely by Stone. Wise, high post. Back to Hines. As the Bruins go to the corner, Ziegler steals the ball. He's driving to the basket. Knocked away from him by Hines. And the Bruins come up with another good defensive play. 12 seconds to go. Now Washington needs a basket that will assure their victory. Davis, Corey Webb. And Webb is fouled by Hines. A must foul, of course, for the Bruins. With 6 seconds to go, they'll go to the free throw line. Corey Webb makes it 63-60. Now has earned the bonus on the 1-and-1. Bruins many times down 13 points in the third quarter. In the early part of the fourth quarter, got back within 2 at 62-60, but Corey Webb coolly hits both free throws, and it's 64-60. Jason Skurczynski from long distance. Billy Woodard's attempt goes in after the buzzer, and the final score is Bartlesville losing to the #1 team in the state as a comeback bid in the fourth quarter is turned aside by Washington 64-60. A look at the individual scoring. Andre Davis of Washington, game high with 19 points. Bruins have Mike Wise and David Hines at 16 each. Rick Page with 10. Jason Skurczynski with 8. Darren Hall with 6. Earlier in the evening, Lady Hornets defeated the Lady Bruins 45-43, and Renee Springer led the Lady Bruins with 14, and Kelly Epps had 12. Here's a look at the school calendar brought to you as a courtesy of United Linen and Uniform Rental. Classes will dismiss in the Bartlesville and Dewey area for the Christmas holidays this coming Friday, December 21st. In the meantime, on December the 18th, that's this coming Tuesday night, the Mid-High School in Bartlesville will present the Fine Arts program. That will be at 7:30 at the Mid-High School Auditorium in Bartlesville. And then on December 19th, on Wednesday night, is the Oak Park Christmas Party. There's more to the Bartlesville Ramada Inn than comfortable lodging. There's the beautiful restaurant featuring the city's most delicious buffet. The Ramada's ballroom and meeting rooms are perfect for wedding receptions, business or social gatherings. Unwind at the Ramada's private club. Swim in the comfort at the indoor pool. You are always welcome at Bartlesville's beautiful Ramada Inn, featuring large, comfortable suites for your out-of-town family or business guests. All at the Ramada Inn on Highway 75 South in Bartlesville.